Hi guys, and welcome back. So I managed to get The Sims 2 to work, which is kind of interesting because I haven't been able to play it for such a long time. So there was a little bit of an issue with this house. Obviously, I decided to build it, the majority of it anyway, and then I was like, well, why don't I film this? So this is the kind of layout that I've decided to go with. It's just pretty much based around those stairs because I never really got to use those before I decided to start playing The Sims 3. So couldn't really use those before, so I just thought, why not? I'll just build a house around it. That's a thing. So here we are. Now, it's quite an interesting design, I suppose. It's quite a big house, and basically all the rooms pretty much flow into each other as well. There's a little bit of the designing stage by here, just trying to figure out what to do, really. Kind of laid out a template beforehand with the floor tool, just to see what kind of shapes that I could come up with, and this was kind of the shape that I came up with, and the interior as well. I mean, the hall at the top, I just think fits really well, you know. I just think it goes so well, and this part as well. I don't know. It's this bit I was just probably spending a bit too much time, but actually I quite like the mix with the carpet and the, I don't know, stone, I guess. And it's a kitchen, and that's the dining room there. Doing a little bit of a floor pattern. This was going to be it was going to be a study, and then it was going to be another room, and I mean I do end up turning it into the whole study really, because I didn't know what else to do. But this is a lot more creative than when I first played The Sims 2, I'll tell you that. So it is a 3-bathroom, and I think it's a 4-bedroom house, so it's quite a big house. Obviously I can't upload this to the exchange because The Sims 2 website doesn't exist anymore, which is unfortunate. Because I think I really went out on myself with this one. Really did a lot of things that I hadn't done before. It turned out pretty interesting. So the outside right now, just to this probably took a lot longer than it should have, really. But I feel like the outside is kind of, you know, what you're going to see on the home screen, or the home world, or whatever you want to call it. So it's got to, you know, fit. I mean, when I had The Sims 2 the first time around, I'd just come out of like having The Sims 1, obviously, and when I had The Sims 1 I was like 8 or 9. So obviously The Sims 1 had so much interesting stuff that I would just put it anywhere. Like, it wasn't an architectural game to me, it was just let's cheat and get loads of money and then buy all this stuff. And obviously the burglar would come and take most of it, but it's okay. It's okay. So we're just doing the wallpaper really quickly, and again it was kind of it's quite a tough choice, surprisingly. You wouldn't think it would be so tough, but it's one of those things that seems small, but it really does change the situation, or the look even. Not the situation, don't know why I said that. But the feel and the look, and you know, I feel like it sets the room. It's like, this is what it's gonna be like, this is the style that we're going with. And this is The Sims 2, this is old school as well. So this is like major. I don't know if anybody else has ever played The Sims 2 before. If you did have some of the games of The Sims 2, I don't know how many you need to qualify. You can get the complete collection, which is everything from The Sims 2. I wish they did it with The Sims 3, but they do not. It's just The Sims 2, because I think it's not going on Steam, or no, not Steam, Origin. So that's why. So I actually didn't buy most of this stuff. It just came in with the collection. So message EA if you have The Sims game and you don't have this one, because I think you can still get it. I think. But yeah, so a lot of this stuff, like the stairs, I didn't have the I think it was Gardens and Mansions or something like that. Didn't have a lot of those expansion packs, so kind of ended up using a lot of that stuff now. And it's nice, especially because I didn't have to pay for it. So it's even better, comes even nicer. So Windows now, because reasons. I mean, the windows don't really have the same effect they do in The Sims 3 and above, where, you know, it casts certain lights in certain areas. It just kind of, it's kind of a slightly more modified version of The Sims 1, where it just lights up a room. You know, I was contemplating putting that window somewhere because I was like, I've never seen it before and it looks so cool, like a room divider. You know, I was like, oh, well, that's meant to be like a mirrory wall over there, so maybe I'll put it there, and I just didn't end up using it. Maybe it's more of a nightclub thing, I suppose, than a house. But if you want a house that's a nightclub, then why not? I mean, it got open for business as well, so, you know. Can always make a nightclub with an apartment on top. Which I never did as a kid. Never did at all. But, there's one expansion pack, or stuff pack, whatever they want to call it, that was for the kitchen, and I love it. I don't know why. But I never thought black and orange and white would go together, but it does. And I didn't think I'd like it either, but I do. I don't know why. It's quite a big kitchen. Didn't really plan out the sizes so much. Just as long as it was kind of symmetrical-ish. And even then, symmetrical is in like the outside. Not anything else. Just from the stairs. The stairs is like my point. But, you know, it's nice. There's little knickknacks and stuff. And the bathrooms are nice too. See, I feel like usually we should have some of these stuff for the Sims 4 instead of whatever weird stuff they're coming up with. Because this was so simple. It was so simple and it was so nice. And it's nice different styles. The same pack, different styles, much more variety, surprisingly. You'd think it'd be the other way around. And I was going to do a platform, but then I thought that's probably overkill. You know? I don't think it's not going to be that big, is it? Really? So we'll just leave it. Just thought I'd find another way to make it nice and pretty. And still using the same pack. I don't know what it's called. Bathrooms and kitchens, I suppose. I'm not really sure. But what can I say? Comes with flowers, so we'll put some flowers in there. And the bathrooms are actually kind of the same. I mean, usually there's like some distinguishing feature between like a master bathroom and the main bathroom, but I mean, they're just like lighter and darker colors, really. Everything else is the same, pretty much. Saving a lot, because I didn't want to do this and have it crash and be like, oh my god. Because you can never tell with The Sims 2, especially on a modern computer. You never know. So always save your game. Ah, the TV. I don't know which pack the TV came in, but it's huge. I mean, if I saw that when I was like playing this the first time around, I'd be like, oh my god. And I thought about this giant aquarium too. I wanted to put it behind the stairs because I've always been fascinated with aquariums where the staircase is built around them. I know it's like more of a Hollywood movie, action movie kind of thing, but if I ever get filthy rich, I am having a staircase with an aquarium in the middle. But yeah, I decided to knock down that wall and put the aquarium in the middle so you can walk past it to go to the dining room or go around the study slash music slash aquarium place, I guess. I don't know. It was nice though. It was a nice idea. Looks good, I think. So I would love to compare it to a building that I would have made beforehand. That would have been interesting. You know, back in the early, I don't know, probably 2008 or 7 maybe. 7 or 6. Ugh, so long ago. Over a decade. Ugh, I feel old. I'm still playing this game after a decade. But now it's time for paintings, and obviously we've got to cheat because, you know, this house is expensive. Actually, like, I am quite proud I managed to get this much, and I didn't cheat with the people who I did this with before that. So they built up all that money themselves. But I suppose, like, I let it get to my head. I was actually trying to play the game properly. Well, properly I use, like, loosely? What am I trying to say? Loosely. Because I don't think there's any kind of proper way to play a game like this. But, you know, maybe more how it would be incorporating all of the features, I suppose. With the work aspirations and stuff like that. So I'm quite proud of me. And then I cheated, so it doesn't really make a difference, I guess, in the long run. And the lighting, now, the lighting in this game is okay. I mean, it improved, so that's something. Had to make it look a little regal. I could imagine like a murder happening here. I don't know why. It looks very murdery. If only I was doing Halloween Sims or something like that. But light time, so I kind of threw these around, to be honest. There's not really any placements, especially the rooms that I wasn't really going to use. The only thing that I did do is consciously change the lighting, because it's like, I don't want to play this and see the same light in 3 different rooms next to each other. That would just bug me. So I had it, oh, doing the outside. See, the only problem with this grass is that it doesn't match the ones around the side, so you just see the border. That's the only thing I always didn't like about the grass, really. Was it just wasn't smooth, you know? You could just tell. Same with the water, really. I used to just pour it down the side. Where the lot ends, and just forever. You could just do it forever. Never ending. I wonder how far it went. But just some plants, just making it like a little bit lively outside, because it definitely needs to look livelier. So let's do it. Let's get to it. And these ones, now they all look like the same color, and they are, but we're going to change them. Not the most efficient way in this game because it does charge you, but definitely the quickest. So it's okay, we use the money cheat, so I suppose we can't really complain, can we? And making the path nicer as well, because, you know, you can't have a house like this and just some cheap ass path. Like, let's give it a bit of style. Here we go, perfect. With a pool. Just what we need. I think I tried to do a fancy design and then I was like, nah. It can be a square pool, that's fine. Square pool's good with me. The house is nice enough, so it's fine. We'll put like a little bit of bush by here. A little bit of designer bushes. And then I decided to get rid of this bit, because I didn't really want to put a thing around it, you know? I wanted to try and just have a normal fence. Because you can't manually change certain roofs in this game, so it would just stick up and it would look horrible. It does work in the Sims 4 though, because I've done it, so I know that. I did put this there, and I know what you're thinking, you know, here's the solution to my problem, because it's low and it's underneath and it's fine and it looks good. The only problem is for me, is especially in this instance, it was like looking into a box rather than a house, you know? It was like, you can't go underneath it. Well, anyway guys, it looks like we are coming to the end of our video, so thank you for joining me. Make sure to like the video to help the channel grow, and subscribe if you have not, and I will see you guys soon. Bye guys.